Once Upon a Katamari, released October of 2025. Available on all modern platforms, retailing for $39.99. If you have any familiarity with the Katamari series, you already know what this is. You go around the various levels, rolling things up. At first you can only pick up small things, but as you get larger, you can pick up bigger and bigger things. And in some levels it's that simple, you just need to get to a big enough size and a set time limit. But not all levels follow that simple formula. Some levels will require you to find so many of a certain item type. A lot of the early levels do this. Some levels just need you to be big enough to roll up one specific item, and when you roll up that specific item, the level's over. Some levels have a whole list of things they want you to roll up in order. One level actually has you spreading water around with your Katamari, and various other things that only occur in one level. I think their goal was to mix up the standard gameplay of a Katamari game, and it's hard to argue that they didn't succeed. Though I did get annoyed early on when a lot of the early levels have you rolling up so many of a specific item type. I don't know why they had you do that in so many levels in a row. In every level, there are 3 crowns hidden. And throughout the game, there are points where you need to have so many crowns. Now, there are far more crowns in the game than you actually need to progress, but they are often hidden in obscure places in levels, though not always. So, unless you're going out of your way from the beginning to get the crowns, you're going to find yourself needing to replay levels specifically for the reason of getting enough crowns to progress. But one thing making replaying levels for crowns easier is that there are power-ups in this game. Specifically, there is a radar power-up, which will help direct you to items in the levels, like the crowns or presents for cosmetic items, or even your cosmic cousins. Sadly, you can only use one power-up at a time. It would have been very useful to combine the radar power-up with the magnet power-up, so you could both find the item, then instantly have it attracted to you. I feel like it's a missed opportunity to not stack the power-ups. One advantage this game has is how varied the level settings are. And that's because you're traveling through time. Because the King of all Cosmos did something that caused a great deal of destruction in the modern day, so the only way to fix this is to travel through 9 different eras, making Katamaris along the way. Interestingly, 3 of these ages are actually prehistoric, as you have a Ice Age, a Stone Age, and a Jurassic Age. Though if you're looking for historical accuracy, you won't find it. The Jurassic Age includes life forms from the Cambrian period, as well as cavemen for some reason. Which is fine, I don't think anyone's playing a Katamari game for a history lesson, and it does suit the overall silliness of this franchise. You also get feudal Japan, the American frontier, a pirate age, rather ambiguous when that actually takes place, ancient Greece, and ancient Egypt, and finally, present day, which I assume is like a couple of days before the king caused all the destruction. Interestingly, you don't actually complete every level in an age before moving on to the next. You get to an age, you'll do maybe 3 levels, and then the king will announce the time machine's ready to go somewhere else. At which point, you're taken to the next era. Forcibly. But you could always immediately get back in the time machine and go back to the age you were in if you're so inclined. It is, however, nice that if you find yourself needing to scrape for crowns, you might find that you have some brand new levels you can play in eras you've moved on from. It's also common for levels to have alternate takes after you beat them the first time. Not every single level does this, but then some levels also have multiple alternates. And of course, as always, because this is a Katamari game, there is delightful music throughout the entire experience. Even during the strange cutscenes you get between levels, where you find out what the Queen of all Cosmos is up to. Which is interesting, as she doesn't appear to be rolling up anything. So is Once Upon a Katamari worth your time and money? Well, it's a Katamari game. That fact alone should tell you if it's going to be worth your time and money. I've been playing and loving these games since the original on PlayStation 2, and I'm always happy to see more of it get made. If you are someone who is completely new to this series, there are actually cheaper games you could start with to see if you have a taste for it or not. as the remaster of the original is available on all modern platforms and might be a better place to start if you're completely new. But for me, I love the Katamari series, and I was just happy to see more of it. So yes, I wholeheartedly recommend Once Upon a Katamari. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and tell your friends.